Well, Brazil won, but honestly, the way the Brazilians played leaves a lot to be desired because even though they beat Haiti 3-0 in the second half and really throughout the match, it wasn't the Brazil we've all been waiting for. We're analyzing Brazil 3, Haiti 0 here on Falso Nueve TV. Let's get started. Well, there's a lot to talk about quickly because the Paraguay match is coming up, and it's worth mentioning that even though Brazil has a lot of talent and great individual players, they're really struggling as a team. Carlo Ancelotti's team, which is highly anticipated, hasn't been able to really click yet. The truth is, a lot is expected personally. I expect a lot from Brazil, which in recent times, in the days leading up to the World Cup, was even considered a contender for the World Cup. They don't have much. Honestly, they don't have much. And above all, what matters most is that they have nothing as a team. As a team, they struggle. Vinicius doesn't quite fit with Rafinha. Rafinha doesn't quite fit with Mateus Cunha. And it's a team that maybe doesn't fit together very well collectively. They depend much more on individual players like Vinicius, Rafinha, and Mateus Cunha himself, all of whom scored today. And the concern is that Rafinha left injured. Rafinha left injured, and it seems to be a muscle issue. So we're also waiting to hear what the Brazilian press has to say. Let's analyze how the teams played. They lined up with a back five. Haiti was very defensive and didn't do much, though they have good players like Belegar. It's not a team that puts up much of a fight, with all due respect to our Haitian followers. Let's go straight to the board to quickly analyze what this tactical setup from Brazil was. Brazil lined up in a 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1. Here I have it as a 4-3. But that's because Paqueta moves inside a lot and gets on the same level as Bruno Guimaraes. That opens up the space so that Mateus Cunha can also move as a false nine. Living up to our name. But in the initial setup, they were like this. Paqueta behind Mateus Cunha, Bruno Guimaraes at the same level as Casemiro, Marquinhos, Gabriel Magalhaes, Douglas Santos, Danilo, Rafinha, and Vinicius on this side. The main area of influence for the Brazilian team is this entire half of the field. Here they move a lot and make good use of the flank. This is what Brazil uses the most, the flank in the area of Vinicius Jr. Today, I think Bruno Guimaraes was less involved than in the first match. He attacked the spaces a lot through the central lane, being the main partner of Vini and helping and supporting Igor Thiago a lot in that match. Today, Igor Thiago didn't come in. Today, Endrick came in. That Endrick, maybe he needed to be much more here, much closer to the attacking front with Mateus Cunha, because the movement he was making was this. He was going out to the wing. Why? So that the winger could attack this space. Go like this inside. That was the movement the striker was making. Why? Because Mateus Cunha was waiting for the second play. And Vinicius, I think today Vinicius needed to be a little more unbalanced. Unbalancing. But as for the team, as a team, there's not much to say about Brazil. They won convincingly, but they still need to mesh more. I think I speak for many fans of the Brazilian national team as well, miss that futuristic soccer, that Ronaldinho soccer, that Neymar soccer, that Kaká soccer, that Ronaldo soccer, which was a dancing kind of soccer, the famous Jogo Bonito. That's what's missing in this Brazilian national team. But obviously the most important opinion is yours, so I'll read your comments. What do you think about this Brazilian team? Do you like how the Brazilian national team plays? Do you like the role that Vini Jr. has? Is this Brazilian national team going to go far? Let us know in the comments. And finally, leave your like. Subscribe, because we are broadcasting all the World Cup matches. So you can subscribe to stay up to date with all the content lineup from Falso Nueve TV e Contuelo. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok as at Falso Nueve TV, Nacorco. And of course, we'll see you in more World Cup analysis. See you next time. Bye-bye.